Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Savana mein bijli kadakti hai, savana mein bijli kadakti hai. Ur badal bahut gajate hiyan, ur badal balala kala ranga kal, isliya kala hun badal kal. Chara itna bata dekana, tera ranga kala kyun. Chara itna to kala hukirmi, jag se nirala kyun. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Shakinainon men kajra galgati hen, Shakinainon men kajra lagati hen, Uranainon men mujhe pitati hen, Gauramainon men mujhati bihati hen. Kajre karanga kala, isliya kala hun. Kajre karanga kala, kala hun. Chara itna bata dekana, tera ranga kala kon. Chara itna to kala hukerami, jagasinirala kon. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Gora Haribo, Haribo, Gora Haribo, Nita Gora Haribo, Nita Gora Haribo, Haribo, Gora Haribo, Nita Gora Hari, Nita Gora Premanandi Ki Jai. Hari Hari Haribo, Haribo. श्याम तेरे बंशी पुकार राधा नाम श्याम तेरे बंशी pukari Radha Naam. Log karna mera yoni badnaam. Log karna yoni badnaam. Log karna mera ko yoni badnaam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shama tere bamsi pukari Radha Naam. Sham tere bamsi pukari Radha Naam. Log karna mera ko yoni badnaam. Polo yoga karna mera yoni badnaam. Sanavre ki bamsi ko bajni se gam. Sanavre ki bamsi ko bajni ke naam. Se gam Radha kabhi sham wo to mere kabhi sham. Radha kabhi sham wo tu mera kabhi sham. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jamuna ki lere bansi baat ki chayan. Jamuna ki lere bansi baat ki chayan. Kisa kanahi nahe kaho Krishna kanaya. Kisa kahi nahi nahe kaho Krishna kanaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shama ka diwana to sara bijdam. Shama ka diwana to sara bijdam. Loga karna mera ko yoni badnaam. Loga karna mera ko yoni badnaam. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. कौन जाने बांसुरिया किसको बुलाए, कौन जाने बांसुरिया किसको बुलाए जिसके मन भया वो उसकी गुना गाए जिस मन भया वो उसकी गुना गाए कौन नहीं बंसी की धुंधर गुलाम कौन नहीं बंसी की धुन का गुलाम आधा कभी शाम वो तो मेरा कीर्तन शाम शाम वो तो मेरा कभी शाम आधा कभी शाम वो तो मेरा कभी शाम Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare श्याम तेरे बंसी पुकार राधना श्याम तेरे बंसी पुकार राधना लोग कारण मेरा को योनि बाधना लोग कारण मेरा कोयो निवाना Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Stop. Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari 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 Bolo 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 Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Karuna Karuna Sagara Kamalaya Nayaka Karuna Sagara Kamalaya Nayaka Karuna Sagara Kamalaya Nayaka Karuna Sagara Kamalaya Nayaka Kankamabara Dari Gopala Kankamabara Dari Gopala Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Jai Jai Krishna Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari 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 Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Bolo 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 Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Kaliya Madana Kamsani Sudana Kaliya Madana Kamsani Sudana Kaliya Madana Kamsani Sudana Kaliya Madana Kamsani Sudana Kamalaya Nayana Gopala Kamalaya Nayana Gopala Kamalaya Nayana Gopala Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Bolo 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 Jai 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 Krishna Mukunda Murari Bolo Jai 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 Krishna Mukunda Murari Jai Jai Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari 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 Gopi Janamana Mohan Vibhaka Gopi Janamana Mohan Vibhaka Gopi Janamana Mohan Vibhaka Gopi Janamana Mohan Vibhaka Kubalaya Ladala Nila Gopala Kubaya Ladala Nila Gopala Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari 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 Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Krishna Mukunda Murari. Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari. Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari. Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari. Bolo Jai Jai. Hey, Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari. Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari. Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari. Hey, Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari. 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 Hey, Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari. Bolo Jai Jai Krishna Mukunda Murari. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Bolo Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Krishna Kinaya Lal Ki Jai, Krishna Mukunda Murari Ki Jai, Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol. Collect it. Okay. Radhe 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 Govinda. Radhe 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 Govinda. Radhe 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 Govinda. Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda. Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda. Radhe 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 Govinda. Radhe 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 Govinda. Bolo Radhe 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 Radhe. Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda. Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopala Navanita Chora Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopala Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Kaliya Nartana Kamsani Sudana Radhe Govinda Kaliya Nartana Kamsani Sudana Radhe Govinda Kaliya Nartana Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Gopi Mohana Govardhana Dara Radhe Govinda Gopi Mohana Govindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Gopi Mohana Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Vrindavana Chandra Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Bolo Bolo Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Nanda Bala Yasumati Nandana Radhe Govinda Nanda Bala Yasumati Nandana Radhe Govinda Nanda Bala Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Vrindavana Chandra Radhe Govinda Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda. Bolo Radhe 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 Govinda. Radhe 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 Govinda. Radhe Govinda Vrindavana Chandra. Radhe Govinda Vrindavana Chandra. Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda. Rajanata Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol. Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol. Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Grantha Raj Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Ki Jai, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Grantha Raj Ki Jai, Bolo Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. So tonight we're going to hear about the dilemma of Arjuna. Arjuna was a warrior. And it's not easy to be a warrior because sometimes you have to kill people. But Arjuna's problem was even more acute than that. He was forced, in a sense, to fight with one side of his family on one side and another side of his family on the other side. So that's a very severe test. And Krishna is encouraging him to fight. Bhagavad Gita is not about non-violence. It's Krishna is exhorting Arjuna, you must fight. After having exhausted every possibility to avoid the fight, because of the recalcitrance of Duryodhana, it became very evident that there was no other solution but to fight. So that's politics. Unfortunately, politics never succeeds without violence. You saw that in India, in the partition. It was extremely violent, and a lot of people died, maybe up to 1 million people. And that was because Gandhi couldn't make his mind up. He was always insisting on nonviolence, but the Muslims were not afraid to be violent. And he tried his best to stop it, but he couldn't. And because of that, it caused the death of so many people. Could he have avoided it? Perhaps, if he had stood his ground and was not willing to give any independence, he could have forced them, but he didn't, and it caused a holocaust. In the case of Arjuna, he did not want to fight. He told Krishna in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, I'm confused, I can't make my mind up. Therefore, he dropped his bow and arrow and he refused to fight. Now tonight, we're going to analyze why he refused to fight and how Krishna convinced him that he must fight. But today, we're still glorifying Arjuna, even though he killed his guru, he killed the son of his guru, he killed the grandsire of the Kuru dynasty, Bhisma Pitamaha, and many, many other people. Here's a person who didn't want to fight, who thought that it was immoral to kill his own family members, because his family members are on both sides. So if he wins, that means he kills one side of his family. If he loses, that means the other side of his family, and maybe himself, they also die. So he didn't see how he could be happy by fighting. He wanted to just walk away and be a sadhu. You cannot be a sadhu and a warrior. It's not possible. Of course, you can be a good person like Arjuna, and only fight when there is a legitimate reason. Not for usurping land, not for pillaging the other people, innocent people, but when there's a legitimate purpose. Like, for example, if someone is choking your wife and you're a follower of Gandhi, would you try and convince the person to stop choking your wife? You think there would be any argument you could give? Please don't choke my wife. Would you just sit there and watch the guy choke your wife? No, you would have to fight. So sometimes fighting is necessary. But it has to be for a legitimate reason. So the legitimate reason was that the Kurus, especially Duryodhana and Karna and Dushasan and a few others, had acted in a very, very illegitimate way. Number one, trying to strip Draupadi in public. Number two, killing Arjuna's son, Abhimanyu, in an unfair way. They ganged up on him. He was a Kshatriya. He was willing to fight one by one other Kshatriyas that were his equal or greater. But they ganged up on him and they killed him in a very unfair way. They broke all the rules. And number three, Ashwatthama killed the sleeping sons of Draupadi. 5 of them. He killed them while they were sleeping. There was no war. It was unfair completely. There were many reasons, therefore, why that fight took place. But only after Krishna tried everything to stop it. So now, let's go back now and see, why did Arjuna refuse to fight in the beginning? This is explained in Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 35th verse, where it says, Yajgatva na punar mohan evam yasyasi pandava yena bhutani sesani drakshase atmini atomayi. In this verse, 4th chapter, 35th verse, in the commentary by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, he writes, for want of sufficient knowledge in the absolute science of Krishna consciousness, we are now covered with illusion, and therefore we think that we are separate from Krishna. Although we are separated parts of Krishna, we are nevertheless not different from Him. The bodily difference of the living entities is Maya, or not actual fact. We are all meant to satisfy Krishna. By Maya, or illusion alone, Arjuna thought that the temporary bodily relationship with his kinsman was more important than his eternal spiritual relationship with Krishna. The whole teaching of the Bhagavad Gita is targeted toward this end, that a living being, as Krishna's eternal servitor, cannot be separated from Krishna, and his sense of being an identity apart from Krishna is called Maya, or illusion. The living entities, as separate parts and parcels of the Supreme, have a purpose to fulfill. Having forgotten that purpose since time immemorial, they are situated in different bodies as men, animal, demigods or devas, etc. Such bodily differences arise from forgetfulness of the transcendental service of the Lord. But when one is engaged in transcendental service through Krishna consciousness, one becomes at once liberated from this illusion. One can acquire such pure knowledge only from the bona fide spiritual master, and thereby avoid the delusion that the living entity is equal to Krishna. Perfect knowledge is that the Supreme Soul, Krishna, is the supreme shelter for all living entities, and giving up such shelter, The living entities are deluded by the material energy, imagining themselves to have a separate identity. Thus, under different standards of material identity, they become forgetful of Krishna. When, however, such deluded living entities become situated in Krishna consciousness, it is to be understood that they are on the path of liberation, as confirmed in the Bhagavatam 2.10.6, Muktir hityan vata rupam swarupena vyavastiti. Liberation means to be situated in one's constitutional position as an eternal servitor of Krishna, or Krishna consciousness. So, because of his family attachment, because his family is on both sides of the battlefield, Arjuna became paralyzed, and he was unable to do his duty. What is our ultimate duty in life? That is the whole point of the Bhagavad Gita. This is explained in the last verse of the Bhagavad Gita, where it says, Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdarat, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruvam Nitir Matir Manam. This verse says that wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. So you see, he mentions morality. Why does he do that? Why does Krishna do that? Because Bhagavad Gita is the supreme text of morality. Now let me explain that. From Bhagavad Gita, it's written by Srila Prabhupada, he says, from Bhagavad Gita we can understand that to realize oneself by philosophical speculation and by meditation is one process, but to fully surrender under Krishna is the highest perfection. This is the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. The path of regulative principles, according to the orders of social life and according to the different courses of religion, may be a confidential path of knowledge. But although the rituals of religion are confidential, meditation and cultivation of knowledge are still more confidential, and surrender unto Krishna in devotional service in full Krishna consciousness is the most confidential instruction. That is the essence of the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, here we see Yudhisthira was a strict moralist. Because of this, he forbade his brothers to stop Draupadi from being stripped, out of respect for his uncle, Duryodhana. Because of this, Yudhisthira also refused to say that Ashwatthama was killed, to discourage Duryodhana, Dronacharya, so he would not fight and he would be easily killed. Okay, so but on the other hand, we have Arjuna. And Arjuna is also refusing to follow Krishna's order, just like Yudhisthira did. However, the difference is Arjuna completely surrendered to Krishna and said to him, I'm confused, I don't know what I'm doing. Now I surrender to you. Sisyasteham sadimam tvam pupanam. I want to become your sisya, your disciple, and I want you to teach me what is right and what is wrong. Well, from that point on, Krishna began to instruct him. And here it's explained, there are many less intelligent persons who take Bhagavad Gita to be a discussion of topics between two friends on a battlefield. But such a book cannot be scripture. Some may protest that Krishna incited Arjuna to fight, which is immoral, but the reality of the situation is clearly stated. Bhagavad Gita is the supreme instruction in morality. The supreme instruction of morality is stated in the 9th chapter, in the 34th verse, Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakta. One must become a devotee of Krishna, and the essence of all religion is to surrender unto Krishna. Sarvadharman Purityaja Mamekam Saranam Vraja. The instruction of Bhagavad Gita constitutes the supreme process of religion and of morality. All other processes may be purifying and may lead to this process, but the last instruction of the Gita is the last word in all morality and religion. Surrender unto Krishna. This is the verdict of the 18th chapter. Now wait a minute. This is in the Bible also. Jesus on the Mount of Gethsemane was asked by God to be crucified and accept the sins of whoever professed in him as the Son of God. At first he hesitated. He didn't say no, but he hesitated. But then he said, my dear Father, it is not what I want, but it is what you want that I will do. Well, that's exactly the same thing here. Arjuna is saying to Krishna, Nasta mohas mitir labba, tat prasadat mayutshita, stitosmi gata sandeha, karishya vachanam tava. He says, Nasti moha, now my illusion is over. Smitir labva, I can remember who I am. I'm your eternal servant. Tat prasadat mayutshita, this, Krishna, is your best mercy. You have cleared away all my doubts about what my real duty is in life. And now I'm completely convinced that I should dedicate myself to serving your becking. And then, stitosmi gata sandeha, now I'm situated in my right position as your eternal servant. I no longer have any doubts. Karishye vachanam tava, whatever you say, that's what I'm going to do. This is the ultimate statement of faith in God. Whatever God is going to tell us to do, that's what we're going to do. Just like Noah, he was asked by God in the Bible, the Old Testament, to build a gigantic boat, an ark, as they say in the Bible, because there was going to be a flood. But wait a minute, that was in Iraq, what's called Iraq today, but that was in the part of the Middle East, that was a desert. When he started building this gigantic boat, everybody laughed at him and said, have you gone crazy? That boat is for the ocean. There's no ocean here. This is a desert, right? All we have is like an oasis, or we have just a little bit of rain. We don't have a huge amount of rain. And they laughed at him. They mocked him. But he had faith in the Word of God. And later on, when the inundation began, all these people said, no, excuse our insults. Please let us on the boat. He says, it's too late. And he saved two of every kind of animal and saved people who were believers. And there was an inundation. And then Abraham, he was told to sacrifice his son Isaac by God. And he was determined to do it. And right before he was going to kill him and put him in the fire, the angel Gabriel came and stopped him. And that was a test to see if he was actually a follower of the Lord's instructions. It's the same here. Arjuna is in an extremely terrible situation where two sides of his family are on the battlefield ready to kill each other. What is he going to do? His idea was, let me just walk away from this. But Krishna didn't let him do that. So, again, to understand what his dilemma was, he argued with Krishna on the basis of morality and scriptural evidence why he should not fight. And his arguments were seemingly valid and authentic. However, in the presence of Krishna, these arguments fell short, and Krishna didn't accept them. Why? Because Krishna is in the heart of every living entity as the super soul. He knows better than we do what our motives are. And in the third chapter, first verse of Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada writes, Arjuna also thought of Krishna consciousness or Buddhi Yoga or intelligence and spiritual advancement of knowledge as something like retirement from active life and the practice of penance and austerity at a secluded place. In other words, He wanted to skillfully avoid the fighting by using Krishna consciousness as an excuse. But as a sincere student, he placed the matter before his master, spiritual master, and questioned Krishna as to his best course of action. In answer, Lord Krishna elaborately explained karma yoga, or work in Krishna consciousness. So his real motive, although he used very expertly the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, but his real motive was to avoid the fighting, because he didn't see how he would be happy if he won or he lost. He was not thinking, what does God want? He was only thinking what he wants. And his motivation was actually selfish. It was not pure. Although he spoke expertly, he was a very educated person. And Srila Prabhupada writes, well, he says here, Arjuna wanted to avoid fighting by using Krishna consciousness as an excuse. And Srila Prabhupada writes, in a letter written in 1969 to one of his devotees, sometimes things are interpreted in a manner to dovetail one's own sense gratification. Now, what does that mean? That means that sometimes people can use philosophy to achieve their own selfish goals. And that was the case of Arjuna. That's why Krishna rejected his arguments. Although for an ordinary person reading Arjuna's reasonings, they would say, what's wrong with this? I don't see anything wrong with it. He's right. He was saying, look, I'm a trained fighter. If I fight, I will kill many, many people. And he did. He didn't only kill Dronacharya and Bhisma Pitamaha and so forth. He killed upwards to 100 million people. 600 million people, 640 million people died in 18 days in the Battle of Kurukshetra. And he was one of the most formidable fighters on the battlefield. So he knew that. He knew he could kill so many people, because even though they were fighting with bows and arrows, their arrows were potentiated with mantras. This is the science of sound that was known at that time. How they could infuse an arrow and turn it into like an atomic weapon. That's how so many people died. So Arjuna knew he would kill many people, and he said, look, what about their families? There's going to be so many widows, and what's going to happen to their children? They're going to grow up without a father, and the women could be taken advantage of, like happens in wartime when the husbands die, and so many people die. The women, they have to resort to all kinds of unsavory things to keep their family alive. And he said, and then he said, also, that will give rise to Varnashankara. Varnashankara means there's going to be unwanted children also out of wedlock, because the women will be taken advantage of. And those type of kids that grow up without proper training, they just cause havoc when they become adults in society. And he gave many, many reasons like this why you shouldn't fight. All of them were reasonable, and they seemed valid. But in the presence of Krishna, they were not valid. So, Krishna instructed Arjuna not only to fight, but to fight in a dispassionate way. Now, this is a strange thing, because usually today when people fight, they're very angry, and they want to kill as many of the enemy as possible and so forth. And sometimes they lose their mind and kill even innocent people in wartime. And then you see sometimes soldiers do that and they're prosecuted. Well, Krishna tells Arjuna that he has to fight in a dispassionate way out of a sense of duty, following all the rules of warfare. Now, the rules of warfare were very strict 5,000 years ago. For example, they could only fight during the day. As soon as nighttime came, they had to stop. They could only fight with equals. There was no, killing untrained people who were not warriors. They could only fight with equal warriors. And they if someone surrendered, even if they were a heinous killer, but if they surrendered, they could not kill him. So there are many rules like that. And Arjuna was instructed to follow all those rules, and he did. He was a trained fighter. Now, on top of all that, when people fight as a matter of duty, it should be done without anger and without malice. It's just like when a policeman is chasing someone and catches them. They don't unnecessarily pummel them or shoot them. When they do, and they have the cameras now, and it looks like they broke the rules, they're prosecuted. It happens in war also. Sometimes soldiers are prosecuted for killing innocent citizens that are unarmed, right? So here we see that Arjuna was taught by Krishna, and this is explained in the 3rd chapter and 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that one must do their duty dispassionately and follow the rules of Sanatan Dharma. So the conception, so this following the rules is an art. It's called the art of work. The more rules we follow, the more freedom we have. And the less rules we follow, the more our freedom is limited. So when we don't follow the rules of driving, we get stopped by the police and we get a ticket, or we could even go to jail. If we don't follow the rules of income tax, right, we can get fined. We could also go to jail. We don't follow the rules of civil society. Let's say we harm someone or kill someone or cheat someone. Some of our liberties are taken away. So one gets freedom by following the rules, not by breaking them. So Arjuna had to follow all these rules. He was trained not to be unnecessarily angry, but rather to dispassionately fight as a matter of duty. Now, acting as a matter of duty, even marriage should be acted as a matter of duty. If a marriage is based on simply physical attraction, it's a very weak bond. And if there's some problem with the physical attraction, then you have divorce or separation. And that's why there's so much divorce today. Because people are married and get married out of physical attraction, and if there's something wrong with the bodily relationship, there's a divorce. However, previously people got married as a matter of duty based on the purpose of life, which is to develop love for God and to become liberated from the cycle of birth and death. So therefore, there was no question of a very loose and precarious bond based on the body, but it was a spiritual bond between two souls who are going to help each other develop love of God by focusing their mind on hearing and chanting and doing service and following the rules of spiritual life. That's why today we hear about Arjuna, even though what he did seemed to be horrible, killing his own guru, killing the grandsire of the Kuru dynasty. But he only acted under the instructions of Krishna. He did not act whimsically. He did not take one step without getting Krishna's permission. Therefore, 5,000 years later, we're still talking about Arjuna. We're still talking about Bhagavad Gita. There's no other book that's 5,000 years old today. The Bible is only hardly 2,000 years old. The Quran is hardly 1,600 years old. The Buddhist writings are only 2,500 years old. Bhagavad Gita is 5,000 years old. In modern times, but it was spoken originally 120 million years ago by Krishna to the sun god, Vivaswan. And later on, 2,005,000 years ago, it was spoken by Manu to Ikshvaku, the first king in the solar dynasty of the earth, in which Lord Ramachandra appeared. So, Bhagavad Gita is much older than 5,000 years, but in modern times, it was spoken again by Krishna himself to Arjuna, because over time things deteriorate. And by the end of the Treta Yuga, the religious principles had been broken, and the parampara, or disciplic succession, had been broken. So Krishna revived it by speaking Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. And Arjuna revived the disciplic succession again of Bhagavad Gita. So we see that Arjuna was conflicted, but he was smart enough to accept a bona fide spiritual master. And Krishna relieved all his doubts, and then he acted decisively, and today we are honoring him still. He established his brother Yudhisthira as king of the whole earth. And there was a pious and righteous kingdom. That's why you see so many similarities in architecture and culture all over the world. You'll see structures like the pyramids. You'll see different things that are reminiscent of Vedic culture all over the world. That's because there was a one-world government 5,000 years ago. There was a one-world government in the time of Lord Ramachandra also, 1.7 million years ago. There was a one-world government under Prithu Maharaj also. It's nothing new to have a one-world government when there's a pious, righteous king who's following the principles of Sanatana Dharma. Okay, so the fact that Arjuna, when he was fighting, he was not angry, he was not harsh, and he was not in illusion. He was fighting surgically. Just like a thief with a knife can harm you seriously or even kill you. But a surgeon also has a knife. He's also cutting you. But it's intelligent, or let's call it surgical cutting, in order to perform an operation. Just like one of our devotees just had a serious operation. He had to get cut up by the surgeon. But that cutting was surgical. That cutting was curative rather than punitive. Whereas the thief has a knife in his hand also, and he's also cutting, but it's meant to harm someone. So there's a difference between a warrior who fights out of duty, following the rules of engagement, and for a righteous cause, for the right cause. That person is not prosecuted for murder, although he's killing many people, but he's not prosecuted. Whereas a person who doesn't follow the rules and starts killing whimsically, they're prosecuted for murder. See? And the same thing, when we act out of duty, whether it's marriage, whether it's in business, whether it's as a father or a mother, whether it's in family relationships, we act out of duty, we become very, very self-controlled, knowing well that God is in our heart, witnessing everything we're doing, and God is in the heart of the people we're dealing with. So there are things that we could never do because of that. Because we realize that there's a witness to everything we do, and there's a right and a wrong way of doing things. That is the culture, that is the Vedic culture. Today, the right and wrong has become blurred by speculation, by so-called modern philosophies, and therefore all kinds of aberrant behaviors are taking place, and people think it's okay. It's not okay. And therefore, acting out of duty is something that people learn. Just like Ramachandra, he refused to say no to his father because he had so much respect for his father, even though his father was wrong, even though his father tried to convince him to go against his order. Because the father knew it was wrong also to banish Rama. But he was bound duty bound because he made a promise to one of his wives. And Ramachandra did not turn his father into a liar. He accepted to go into exile for 14 years, and he refused to go back, even though Bharat and Kaushalya and almost all the inhabitants of Ayodhya tried to convince him to come back, even though his guru, Vasistha Muni, even though other sannyasis and saints all tried to convince him to go back, he refused. Because he was acting out of duty. It doesn't matter that he had to suffer. He was willing to accept that, not to turn his father into a liar, and to show that a son must be obedient. So these are hard lessons to learn, but obedient to what? Now let's ask that question. What if the father says, kill somebody? Right? One has to be careful. Obedient to the original father, Krishna. So Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad Gita are to instruct us in the real culture of life. It's called Sanatan Dharma. By following this culture, culture means the way you're going to do things, how you make decisions, how you see yourself in this world, how you see yourself in relationship to God, how you relate to other people on a spiritual level rather than a material level. This is culture, Vedic culture. Therefore, reading Bhagavad Gita, reading Ramayana, is a lesson in culture. And if we accept this culture, the world will be a much better place. And if we don't accept it, we only get in trouble. We have problems in relationships, we have problems all over the place because of a lack of proper culture. Okay, we'll stop right there. Are there any questions anyone would like to ask? I'll wait for a question. No questions, no answers. Yes, sir.
There is a new trend about impossible burger and we don't eat. They claim to be vegan.
You're talking about artificial meat? Yes. Okay, you're asking me, what's the question though?
The question is, I don't think it's true Vaishnavas. So I just wanted to know your view.
Let me ask you a question. You're saying it's not good for us, the devotees. Is it good for you?
No, I don't think it's good for me. Like there are three levels.
The Chinese make plastic rice. Is that good? They also make plastic cabbages.
Yeah.
Is that good for the people to eat?
No.
So what's the difference between the plasticized meat and the plastic cabbage or plastic rice?
They say that it's a vegan and it's environmental friendly. That's how they sell it.
Well, put it like this. If you don't like the real thing, why would you like the imitation of the real thing? Just like they make so-called non-alcoholic beer, right? It still has some alcohol in it. So if you don't like the real thing, why would you take the imitation?
The real thing is the meat, and we don't eat meat. So then people argue that it's not a meat, it's a vegetarian, and therefore all vegetarian people should be okay with it.
Well, also they argued before in India and the United States and Europe that dalda is good for you and ghee gives you heart attack. And then after 60 years of people cooking food with dalda, having high blood pressure, having cardiac problems, having diabetes, then they said, don't eat dalda, it causes heart attack. Eat ghee, cook with ghee. So are you going to believe this propaganda or what?
No. This is for the kids and new generation who is brought up here. You have to explain it to them that these are not good things, even though they market it.
Well, like I said, if you don't accept the real thing, why would you accept the imitation of it?
In this case, the real thing is meat, and the artificial is non-meat.
How do you know that's true? The publicity for dalda, for hydrogenated oils, was that ghee gives you a heart attack. Dalda is healthier than ghee. But it wasn't true. Why do you think there's so much diabetes in India? Why do you think there's so much high blood pressure in India today? It's like an epidemic all over India. It's because of dalda. It's because of hydrogenated oils, that they were convinced by publicity that it's good for you, and ghee is not good for you, which is not true. Now, how do you know this propaganda that vegans can eat it and it's vegetarian, it's not meat, although it's supposed to be imitation meat? How do you know that's true? You don't know. So, therefore, if you don't eat the real thing, why would you eat the imitation?
Yeah.
Just stick to what you know is true. Old is gold. Old is gold. So old was Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati. Krishna says, offer me with love and devotion a leaf, water, fruit, and flower, and I'll accept it. So Krishna accepts vegetables. He accepts grains. He accepts lentils. He accepts nuts. He accepts fruits. And he accepts milk and butter and ghee and paneer, right? So why would we, how come there's a billion people in India, right? Obviously their previous generations were successful in procreating and raising kids and being healthy, right? So why would we want to go against that when old is gold? You see, the Vedas glorify the sattvic food. Why would we eat tamasic food made in a laboratory? You see.
Right.
So the other thing is, whenever people make something new, you don't know if it's actually good or not. Just like the United States permitted vaping. You know what vaping is, right?
Yeah.
They said it's much better than smoking cigarettes. Cigarettes are bad, have nicotine. Vaping is good for your health. Now, after so many kids have died and gotten seriously sick, now they have to readjust their thinking about it. They're going to probably outlaw vaping.
Right.
Because it's actually very bad for you. Why is it bad? Because the purpose of the lungs is to breathe in air. It's not to breathe in a vapor with artificial chemicals or marijuana or whatever. Because it doesn't have and they also vap with nicotine. Wait a minute. They do that also. So the purpose of the lungs is to breathe in air. It's not to breathe in smoke, or it's not to breathe in steam. And you get that from the air, the body separates the oxygen and it keeps you alive. So why would you fill the lungs with some foreign material? Whether it has artificial perfumes in it, or nicotine in it, or marijuana in it, the orange flavor, the cherry flavor, they're all artificial chemicals. They're not the real thing. Right. So you see, people get overwhelmed with advertisement. Like another thing, why do people eat cold cereals like Corn Flakes and Rice Krispies and all that? It's actually very bad for your health. They claim it's good. If you open up one of these boxes and smell it, it smells like a pharmacy. They have B12, they have B6, they have B1, B3, B4. They're all chemicals that have been put in there to make you believe that it's good for you. It's not good for you. You can eat oatmeal, plain oatmeal. That's probably the best food you could eat. It's more nutritious than anything else, and it's hardly processed at all. But you see, all this advertisement programs people to believe something that's not true. So if you don't eat the real thing, why would you eat the imitation of the real thing? So let's stick to old as gold. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, sir. One second, get the microphone so people can hear you. Yes.
So for all the arguments Arjuna has made, what is the Krishna's response in short form? Like, apart from following his order, like, how did Krishna convince Arjuna with a valid argument?
First of all, he explained Atma Tattva, the science of the soul. Now, you have a soul, I have a soul. What is the difference between the soul and the body? That's what he begins the instruction with. There's a major difference. What is that difference? The soul is eternal, the body is temporary. That's why when you were in the womb of your mother, how big were you?
Small, very like
Well,
one.
When your father's seed entered the womb of your mother, how big was that seed? Could you see it with your eye?
I don't think so.
No, you need a microscope.
Yeah.
Would you deny that that was you?
I can't.
So you're starting out microscopic, you see? And then when it connects with the ovum, and the ovum is giving nutrition, then it begins to grow, and after a month or two, there's a tiny little baby like that. At first there's a pea with 9 holes, and then each one of those holes develops into a neck and a head, and then 2 arms, and so forth. And then all of a sudden, you know, you can take a, MRI or X-ray, and you'll see there's a little baby in there, right? That's you, right? And then later on you're pushed out, and you're like this. Right? And then usually in America they have like a ruler on the wall in the kitchen, right? And every year they measure the height of the kid. You know, when he was 2 years old, you got this little line here at 24 inches. You know, and when he's 3 years old, he's at 36 inches, right? And then eventually you get up there. Can you say, "I am this body"? Huh?
No.
How can you say, "I am this body"? Which body are you talking about? That little sperm? That ovum? That little, 1 inch little embryo, or the 12 inch or 16 inch baby, or the 2 foot kid or the 3 foot kid. I mean, which body are you talking about? How can you be something that's constantly changing? But you are the witness of the changes. You can see a picture of yourself when you were 3 years old. Would you deny that that's you?
No.
No. Does it look like you right now? No. You dramatically have changed your body. You cannot say, "I am this body." But you are the witness of the changes. That's the soul. So Krishna convinces Arjuna there's a difference between the body and soul. That's the first step of spiritual life. That's the first step. And then he tells him that there is right and wrong in life. There are things called sins, and there are things called punya, or righteous behavior. And he teaches them the difference between the two. You cannot blur the line between righteous behavior and sinful activity. Right? And then he says that Arjuna has a higher duty in life, more that goes beyond simply family attachment. Because family attachment can be simply on the bodily level, right? But one has to be dhira, a sober person. They have to see beyond the body. They have to see the soul. Just like when I was growing up, my father would give me, when I was only like 8 years old, a little tumbler of whiskey. And he would explain to everyone, "I want my son to be a man. Therefore he must learn how to drink whiskey." Now, is that good for me? An 8-year-old kid to drink whiskey? And my father was confused. And he, by the way, he died of cancer, right? He smoked and he drank and so forth. So he's trying to teach me, he's my father, he wants to protect me, he wants to sacrifice me, but he doesn't know what is right and wrong. So therefore, Krishna explains, "Patram pushpam phalam toyam," offer me with love and devotion a leaf, water, fruit, and flower, and I will accept it. So if we follow what Krishna says, basically a vegetarian diet, and we offer it first to Krishna so he blesses it and gives it back as his prasad, then life changes. And if we chant Krishna's names, just like, what is your name?
Bihari.
Vihari. Okay. Now, Vihari is the name of Krishna, by the way. Yeah. So, if you heard that there's someone always speaking very nicely about you, saying Vihari is such a nice person, he's kind, he's gentle, he's charitable, would you want to meet that person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course, right? So if we begin to speak lovingly about Krishna, do you think he'll take an interest in us?
He should be.
Huh?
He should be.
No, definitely, 100%. Just because if you understand yourself, then you can understand something about God. If you would want to meet that person who's speaking tenderly and affectionately about you all the time, it's not because he wants money or something from you, it's because he genuinely has respect for you. You would want to meet that person. In the same way, if we begin to speak respectfully and affectionately about Krishna, and in order to speak about him, you have to hear about him. Like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, which is all affectionate information about Krishna. Then you can speak affectionately, and Krishna is in your heart. You say, oh, Vihari is taking an interest in me. Now I'm going to take an interest in him. Just like you would be interested in that person, always speaking nice about you. So these are secrets. First of all, it's a secret that God is in your heart and is witnessing everything you do. Most people don't believe that. I said, what? The surgeon looked at my heart, he didn't see God there. Well, because the surgeon is blind. He doesn't know how to see God. And by the way, he doesn't speak lovingly about God. He just talks about blood and veins and scalpels and surgeries. So he doesn't know anything about God. But God is there. How do we know? Because Krishna says so. He says that Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridese Rijuna Tistati. I'm in the heart of every living entity. And from him, Sarva Shicham Hridi Sanivisto Matak Smitir Apahanam Cha. He says, I am in the heart of every living entity, and from me comes knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness. So if we speak badly about God, then he gives us forgetfulness. We'll forget completely, and we'll just engage in sinful activity and go to hell. Right? But you can be saved even in hell, not according to Christianity, Islam, or Judaism, but according to Vedic Dharma. You can be saved even in hell. Why? Because Narada Muni goes to hell, and he preaches to the people there, and he teaches them to chant Hare Krishna. You see? There's no philosophy like the Vedic philosophy. The other philosophies have parts of the Vedas, but not the whole thing. As we say in English, you have to get the whole enchilada, if you know what that means. Enchilada is a Mexican sandwich. You have to get the whole enchilada, not just part of it. So, if you read the Bhagavad Gita, you have complete knowledge. If you read Bible, you have knowledge, but it's incomplete. Well, how do we know it's incomplete? They're eating meat. How is that? Krishna doesn't accept meat. That means their gurus have incomplete knowledge. And the Muslims and the Jews. Right? And the Buddhists, although Buddha taught Ahimsa Paramo Dharmo, non-violence is the highest principle of religion, but now modern Buddhists eat meat. You can go to the Buddhist temple in Redmond, the guru eats meat. But he has a very good reason why. He said, when I eat the meat, the soul of the animal goes quicker to the human form of life. It's a whole bunch of nonsense, you see? So, here you have the perfect exposition of spiritual knowledge in this one book, Bhagavad Gita. Why should we go looking around elsewhere? Why in India they read Das Kapital of Karl Marx? Why are they throwing away Bhagavad Gita and reading the Bible? Why are they going to man gods? Sadguru this, Sadguru that. Say, you go to the real Sadguru, that's Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And his words are right here, Bhagavad Gita. Okay? So Krishna convinced Arjuna that he should fight as a matter of duty to please him. And that's the highest principle of religion and Dharma, to please God. And therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita it says that, Sabai pumsa paro dharmo yato bhaktira hoksije. Ahai ki pratihata yayatma suprasiditi. The highest principle of religion is to develop pure love of God. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter. Okay. So that's what we should focus on. How to develop our love for Krishna. And then you love Krishna, he loves you. And if Krishna is your friend, then he saved Draupadi, he saved Kunti, he saved Arjuna, he'll save you also, and your family. So that's what we should follow. He's not asking you to kill anyone. He's just asking you to become a sincere devotee. That's all. Hari Bol. Okay, we'll stop right there. I'm sorry it went on so long. Hare Krishna. Thank you for the questions. They were good questions. I hope you're satisfied by the answers. Jayo Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Kesoba. Janavita Tavane Jagamana Loba. Jayo Jaya Gora Shande Arati Ke Soba. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jayo Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Kesoba. Bolo Janavita Tavane Jagamana Loba. Janavita Tavane Jagamana Loba. Kibadaki Nitaya Chan Panmengadadara. Nikate Advaita Shini Vasachatratara Nikate Advaita Shini Vasachatratara Kibaboshi Nachingora Chan Ratna Singhasane Arati Korena Brahma Adi Deva Gane Arati Korena Brahma Adi Deva Gane Kibanara Hari Adhikari Chamaradu Laya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosadigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosadigaya Kipashanka Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Bhaje Karadala Polomadura Midanga Bhaje Paramarasala Madura Midanga Bhaje Shanka Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Ki Baba ho Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Ujvala Kala Dese Manamala Bhajan Gala Dese Manamala Kore Chala Mala Gala Dese Manamala Kore Chala Mala Shiva Shiva Sukhanarada Preme Gada Gada Makati Vinoda Deke Gorana Sampada Gakat Shanka Bhaje Ganta Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Damodarastika. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Namam Ishwaram Satchitanandam, Namam Ishwaram Satchit Ananda Rupam, Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhajamanam. Yasoda Viyolukala Davamanam, Param Jistamadhyanta Dojutya Gopya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Rudanta Muhur Netra Yukmam Rijatam, Kadambuja Yugmena Satanka Netram. Muhusvasa kampa jire kanka ganta stita graivam damodaram bhakti badam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Play the small cartels. Iti Driksvalila Vir Ananda Kunde Swagosam Nimajantam Akya Payantam. Sita Gesu Jakta Vidatam Punak Premadastam Satavriti Vande. Varam Deva Mokshana Moksha Vadim Vanachanya Vineham Vare Sadabiha. Idam tiva purnata gopala balam sadame mana avirastam kimanyay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Idam te mukhambojam adyanta nila vritam kuntala hestigda raktaischa gopya. Muhushchumbitam bimbaraktam taram me manas avirastam alam lakshalabhay. Namo Devo Damodara Ananta Vishnu Asida Prabhu Dukkha Jalabdi Manam. Kipa Dristi Vishtiyati Dinam Badanu Grihane Samaham Asam Vedi Akshi Drishyai. Kubera Atma Jovada Mudyaiva Yadva Tvaya Mochito Bhakti Bhajo Kritocha. Prema Bhaktin Swakam Prayacha Namoksigraho Mesti Damodareya. Namaste Studamne Spuradipti Damne Tvadiyodadayata Vishwasya Damne Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Lantalilaya Devaya Tumyam Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hey, bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Baba Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Namaste, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Dayini Hiranya Kashipu Bakshahai Bolo Shilatam Kanakalaye Shilatam Kanakalaye Ito Nishinga Bharato Nishinga Ito Nishinga Bharato Nishinga Yato yami tato nishinga Bayin nishinga hidaye nishinga Bayin nishinga hidaye nishinga Nadashina madim saranam prapade Nadashina madim nam prapade Tabakara kamala bare nakam Advaita Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Danubingham Keshavajita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Kavakara Kamala Bade Nakam Advaita Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubingham Keshavajita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare Bolo Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Bolo Keshavajita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Bolo Keshavajita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Narasinghadev 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 Jaya Bolo Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Premanandi Ki Jai. Damodarastakam ki jai, Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, Gaura Premanandi Haribo, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Pararajikachasta Tarasatarashi, Shishimad's Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Prem Shakaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Sam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Shri Mayapura Dham ki jai, Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai, Tulasi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Ganga Maya ki jai, Jamuna Maya ki jai, Samaveda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hariram Sankirtan ki jai, Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutali Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Tanamani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvani Pacharani Nivrisesa Sunyavadi Paskati Rasataya. So last week, I forgot to mention the sponsors, and they were Ramya and Shri Harsha, and they donated $251. So we want to thank them, Ramya and Shri Harsha. So tonight, the sponsors of our feast are Indu Shekhara, on the occasion of Akash's birthday. Hari Bol Akash. If Akash is here, is this Akash? Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Do we have a cake for Akash? Is there a cake? No? Okay. So Akash, how old is Akash tonight? 4 years old. 4 fingers, Akash. Let me see 4 fingers. Show me 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3. What? Surya, yeah. And then, so Hagash, and then also Gorika Bhatia. Is Gorika Bhatia here? It's her birthday. Actually, no, it's the birthday of Tanush. Is Tanush here? Okay, so only Akash is here. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Akash. Happy birthday to you. Haribo, Haribo, Akash. Now, Akash, we have a present for you on your birthday. So don't leave until I give it to you. I'm just going to explain some upcoming events, and then we're going to take care of Akash. Haribo. So next Sunday, November the 17th, we're going to celebrate Tulsi Shalagram Vivaha. We're going to have a marriage ceremony of Tulsi Devi and Shalagram Shila. So please come. This is a wedding ceremony, and it's going to be very exciting. It's a very beautiful ceremony to see. That's Sunday, the 17th of November. Couples, married couples, can participate either as Tulsi's parents or Krishna's parents by sponsoring. And if you want to sponsor, you contact Namavrata Prabhu, who's downstairs, or call his phone number 206-979-8002. Or you can ask me also. And Saturday, November the 9th, the Vedic school is starting again, starting on every Saturday from 6 to 7 p.m. So because there's so many kids enrolled in our Vedic school on Sunday, now we're doing on Saturday also, for those kids who couldn't attend on Sunday. So if you would like to put your children in the Vedic school from 6 to 7 p.m. every Saturday night, starting November the 9th, you're invited. And every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. at the University District, 50th and University Way at the University Heights Community Center, we have our free food truck and Harinam Sankirtan. Everyone is invited to come. Every Saturday night, 5:30 to 8:30 at the University Heights Community Center, 50th and University Way. So now we're going to give a present to Akash. Yes.
We also have another sponsor, it seems, Rajesh Prabhu.
Okay, it wasn't here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So we have another sponsor tonight, Rajesh Prabhu,
Yeah, in memory of his father.
in memory of his father. Okay, so we will chant Hare Krishna for that. But first we're going to take care of Akash. Okay, just 1 minute. I'll put it back there. I'll come there. So first, Akash, come with me.